Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. We will get going.
Absolutely.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is G2K. I hope you guys are having a good day. I really do. Well, most of you anyway. There's some of you I really don't give a shit about anymore. To those that I don't care about anymore, you know who you are. Like, I hope you had a shitty day because that's what shitty people get or shitty things. So I hope it was a shitty day for you. I know, G2K, why so harsh? Why so serious? Well, because I am. Right? Right. With that being said, this is Awareness Monday, special edition version. We're going political today. Yep, you heard me. We're going political today. So, with the most recent developments in the presidential campaign, as Joe Smellichild Biden has stepped out of the race, that puts Kamala Harris in basically the front seat. What's up, Opa? Basically puts Kamala Harris in the front seat. I'm scared. I'm legitimately scared. I was talking about this with my wife a couple weeks ago. I mentioned it to a couple other people, but they kind of laughed it off. Thought I was crazy. This hasn't happened yet, but I got a weird feeling, ladies and gentlemen. I really do. I don't get these gut feelings or these weird, what do they call them, dude? Weird intuitions, right? Is that what I mean? I don't get these weird intuitions, and you're right, Opa. The world is not ready for a female president. It's nothing against women whatsoever, but what this world is definitely not ready for is a female president with a female vice president. What up, Martin Rowe? My homie. What's up, bro? Other countries do not accept women as we do. Yep. So, with this being said, I got some videos I'm going to show here, and I'll open up the panel for discussion. Well, it's always open for discussion, as always, for sure. Hello there, Mr. Martin Rowe. Hello there, Mr. Martin Rowe. Of course, it is open panel. Everybody's welcome to come on up. You ain't got to show your face. We don't care what you look like. We just care where your heart's at. Ooh, that's a good one. Here at G2K, we don't care what your face looks like. We just care where your heart's at. There you go. So, with that being said, fair use disclaimer. I'm reading it out loud myself. Not the whole thing. A simplified version of it, that's for sure. Being female, I don't think we should have a female in office at this time. I agree. Fair use disclaimer. This site uses copyrighted material without always getting permission from the copyright owner. We believe this use is allowed under the fair use rules of the U.S. copyright law. The material is shared for educational and research purposes and not for profit. Makes sense? Makes sense to me. Fair use of any such copyrighted material as provided for in Section 107 of the U.S. copyright law is in accordance with Title 17, the USC Section 107. The material on this site is distributed without profit to those who have expressed a prior interest in receiving the included information for research and educational purposes. With that being said, let's get this mother rolling. Thank you, Mr. Martin Rowe. I appreciate it. You have a good sleep. You have a good sleep. For sure. But I thought it would be fitting to start out with this one right here. What the fuck is this? That's what I got.
What can be, un can what can be.
What can be? Okay. I don't know if I should be laughing because it's really not funny. This is actually scarier than shit, if you ask me. But this who is potentially the next leader of the free world. Oh,
What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been.
what can be unburdened by what has been? The fuck is she talking about?
And what can be, unburdened by what has been. What we can see, what we believe can be, unburdened by what has been.
We see what can be unburdened by what has been. The fuck?
What can be, unburdened by what has been. What
Let's
can
repeat
be,
that again.
unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be.
That's what I'm saying, Mr. Martin Rowe. Y'all listen up. The boss talking politics tonight. Just a little bit. I can stick around for a bit, not going to bed right away, just soonish. All right, my friend. Sunshine, welcome. Nope, you're right. My dogs don't like this chick either. So, let's get back to playing this real quick, because I'm still trying to fucking make sense of it. For real.
Be unburdened
By
by what has been. What we can see, what we believe can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been. What can.
All I know, for one, is I gotta smoke some pot after hearing that shit. Like, for real. You know what I mean? Like, that's a line like some stoner would be like, yeah, I just had a fucking epiphany. What can be unburdened by what has been? Poof. Fucking makes no sense whatsoever, dude. Makes no sense. One more time, just for shits and giggles.
Be unburdened by what has been. What can be unburdened by what has
Everybody
been. What
repeat.
can be unburdened by what has been. What can
She
be
gets more and more conviction in each time.
unburdened
You know? She
by
believes
what
this
has
bullshit.
been. What we can see, what we believe can be unburdened by what has been. What
we can see, what we believe can be unburdened by what has been. What the fuck? I mean, there's stoners out there saying, damn, bitch, that don't make sense. For real. What can be unburdened by what has been? That's called a burden, you dumb bitch. I'm sorry, but that's called a burden. You just burdened me with trying to figure out how to fucking unburden that shit. So, back to my little tidbit here. What's up, Together We Break? Good to see you here. Exactly. I will get to your comment in just a minute, sweetheart. I am glad to see you here. For sure. So she said nothing. She said nothing plenty of times. Yeah, she said absolutely nothing plenty of times. Over and over and over. Ain't seen you in ages, sunshine. I have had my with me for a month. She went home today. I know. Well, that sucks. She went home. I guess. I don't know. Or normal situation. I got to smoke. I agree, boss. Just to make sure. Double tap. That's right. That's right. Double tap. Double tap that bitch for sure. What the hell? Together we break. Makes perfect sense to me, but she makes absolutely zero fucking sense. Together we break says, what the hell is she friggin'? What the hell is this friggin' idiot talking about? She makes zero sense. Absolutely zero sense. Together we break. Opus Angel, yes. My mom is 86 and took a lot of my time, but enjoyed every minute of the time spent with her. Oh, well, I'm sad that she went home then. Everybody that don't know, Together We Break is, well, if she's up to it, I'll have her come up on panel, introduce herself. We haven't worked out the details of it yet, but she has agreed to do an interview with me on this channel. So that's always good. So now here is a list. Here is a short list of who Kamala Harris could potentially pick as a running mate for vice president. I've read a little bit about these guys. We're going to do a little bit more reading about them right now. And after we get through that, all I can say is from what I look at their faces, this dude, straight up fucking dickwad. This dude looks like he just got done getting a fucking tossed salad. This dude looks like he could have been a straight right-hand man for Hitler. This man looks so confused. He's like, is that a blunt? I can't even comment on this guy. This guy looks like he's ready to sell off children. This lady looks like she's ate some children. And this guy looks crazily like Matthew McConaughey and Alec Baldwin mated and had a baby. Not a good combination. Of course, I'm trying to be sarcastic with these things, okay, people? Because political stuff doesn't always have to be seriously gut-wrenching, because this is some gut-wrenching shit. So, with President Joe Biden's support unleashing a flood of endorsements from many prominent Democrats across the country, Kamala Harris has emerged as the favorite to take his place as the party's nominee for president. Harris immediately received the endorsements of many Democratic Party leaders and inherited the burden. They inherited the burden. See, she's got me on this burden shit, man. Inherited the Biden campaign's war chest. The campaign formally amended filings with the Federal Election Commission to rename its principal committee and declare Harris a candidate for president. Josh Shapiro, I think, is maybe the first guy in the picture. So this guy right here, I do believe. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it, but I might be. Pennsylvania governor was elected in the landslide victory in 2022, defeating in 2020 election denying far-right state senator to become the third Jewish governor elected in the crucial swing state. Do your research on this guy. He's really not a good guy. Yeah, even though he's got a last name Shapiro, he's a dick munch. Roy Cooper, whom I'm believing is this guy right here. I could be wrong. Do your own research. I'm just saying. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper leads the state that is a crucial battleground in 2024. He was narrowly elected for the first time in 2016 by just over 10,000 votes. Anyway, this list goes on. Mark Kelly, I believe, is the bald guy who looks like he was a right-hand man for Hitler. I'm just saying, that might be wrong of me. I'm really not a judgmental kind of person, but I'm judging people right now by their looks. Andy Bashir, anybody who has the last name Bashir is probably not really okay to be an elected vice president. I'm just saying, every one of these faces that I showed you here in the beginning tell me that they want power and would fuck over all Americans at the drop of a dime. Legitimately, the drop of a dime. So, one person whom I don't see on this list, and it kind of makes it even more of a thing for me to where I'm thinking I could be right. I really hope I'm not. But I'm trying to find this one line in here where Kara officially not my scramble on Democrats. They are part of a group that includes about 10 names, nearly all of whom were elected officials. There's one name on here that I don't think is on here for this reason and this reason alone. What I think is going to happen here, and I said this a while ago, I honestly feel that she's going to pick somebody for vice president that's going to blow the fucking doors off, and it's not going to be good. Why more people aren't talking about it, I don't know. Maybe I'm just that out of this world. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm spectacular, but you know what I mean? I really have this feeling that Kamala Harris is going to pick Michelle Obama as a running mate. So not only will we have a female president, we'll have a female vice president. And oh God, please help us. Oh God, please help us. If that happens, we're fucked. With the capital, we're fucked.
We're fucked anyway.
I agree, Opa. Opa says many women have stood behind presidents, but this one needs to sit down. I agree. I am a new family member now. All right. Welcome to the family. And not that I do this all the time, but you can always become a G2K Ninja by hitting that membership button, becoming a member of the channel for 99 cents a month. I'm that expensive. I'm going to break your wallets. That's for sure. I kind of felt that same thing, Martin Rowe. I kind of feel like I swear one of them was the Penguin. Yep. Shapiro has a long history of nastiness. That's for damn sure. Boss, you sound like you think the Democrats might win. If Kamala Harris picks Michelle Obama, Democrats will win by a fucking landslide. 100%. 100% Democrats will win by a landslide. Gavin Newsom, huh, is Nancy Pelosi's former nephew. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you. Yep, I'm telling you. So, post this up here again. Open up panel for everybody who wants to come up. Everybody's welcome. No faces are needed. You know how we do around here. You got some buttons? Right. 5-minute smoke break, ladies and gentlemen. 5-minute smoke break. If you got them, smoke them. If you don't, you can't. So there you go. So together we break. Grab that link and come up here. And I know you're from Cali, so it would be great to have someone who has firsthand knowledge from living in the state that he represents about this man, if you can call him a man. If you would come up here and educate us on the horribleness of this man, that would be great. This is Awareness Monday, and that would be creating awareness, so that would not make me look like a liar. So very appreciated if you would. I don't know too much about all these people. All I know is I don't like any of them. Every one of them gave me the weirdest feeling. Made me feel a little bit uncomfortable about myself. You know what I mean? Like I might even have to go and repent after seeing their faces. Boss, I know zilch about American politics. I stay here a while. I listen and learn, then go to bed. All right, Martin. Mars House, what's up? Nice to see you. Hey, G2K, how are you? How are you? How's the family? I'm good. The family's better. That makes me great. So we're all awesome. Hey, you can spill. Look, you got shit, right? So, everybody's welcome to grab that link. Come up here and give your 2 cents worth. Shit. Give your quarter's worth. If you got a quarter's worth of knowledge, let's give it out and share it, because people need to know what the fuck's going on. And there's some serious nastiness. I was going to say nastidery, but it come out right. Nastiness. No Canadian quarters will be accepted. No Canadian quarters will be accepted this time. I'm just letting you know. They don't do well here in America, so there is that. What's up, Together We Break?
Hi, how are you guys?
Oh, well, some of us are living a little bit scared right at the moment. But
Oh,
we're alive and free in this country, supposedly, so I'm not going to complain too much or too loud.
okay. All right, all right.
So teach us some information about this Gavin Newsom character.
Gavin Newsom is a total nut job. Um, in this 2024, I don't remember exactly when, but President Biden, I believe, gave him 22 point something $billion, right? And we have a mayor in Los Angeles named Karen Bass. So I'm gonna give you a little bit about California. So what was happening is they gave them money to get the homeless up off the street. So Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles, where you see the Staple Arena and all that, they've changed the names and stuff. Downtown Los Angeles used to look so horrible. I mean, it was frightening to go down there. Buildings were vacant, drug addicts and everything was all throughout the place. It was high crime, high usage, and stuff like that. So what they decided was, I want to clean up downtown Los Angeles, so that we could get more tourists in. So I live in the high desert, and that's like damn nearby going towards the state line to Vegas and stuff like that. So what they have done was they decided that while everybody's asleep at night, they'll get a busload of homeless people that are addicted to substances, that have mental health issues and different stuff that's going on with them. And so during the middle of the night, the desert um, cities, we were like, wait a minute, where these people come from? Wait a minute, we didn't have all these homeless people wandering the streets. We didn't have people putting up tents and pitching tents and this, that, and the other. And so one of the guys actually stopped and interviewed a few of the homeless people, and they said that they live downtown Los Angeles and they promised them a bus ticket to a better place. They ended up getting on the Greyhound buses and just dropping them off in the middle of nowhere. These people had nowhere to go, no direction. They didn't know where they were. They were like totally discombobulated. So this is what's happening when you see Los Angeles area being beautified. Instead of taking care of the homeless population, they're just dropping them off in the far out cities that's nowhere near the beach areas and stuff like that, so that it can appear that they're cleaning up. So what happened, there was this young guy,
Wow.
he was Caucasian, he was a millionaire many times over, and he was able to get donations from his friends, and they were a lot of construction workers. So they built many homes, like a 1 bedroom where you had a key to your house where nobody could like harm you while you were asleep. It was big enough to put a bed in, maybe a single, and they built multiple ones. Like, people were sleeping under the freeway underpass. And so he put them under there neatly cleaned. They cleaned up the whole area. The governor came in and sent the police out to tear them down and move them away. Now, when you drive into Los Angeles, you look at the overpass, you see tents pitched up where you normally wouldn't see anything but maybe cars parked there. Now you see tents with homeless people, and they're pushing them further and further out. So let's jump to Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom, wait a minute, it says Reno puts the homeless on buses during the cold months and ship them away so the area looks good for tour. Yeah, that's what he's been doing. So the 22 point something another $billion has come up missing. They're asking him where the money is. It's missing. So now, in order for him to attempt to gain that money back, he now wants to tax every driver. He wants to put a monitoring system in their car, especially if it's brand new, to make you pay per mile to drive.
So,
Yes, this is what he's trying to do. And then they were saying he was trying to implement it to put it on every person's car. You're not putting that crap in my damn car. You lost the money. You figure out what the hell it is. Between him, Karen Bass, and the rest of those people, I believe that they greased their pockets and they did not think that they were going to get caught. So any screw up that they do here, they end up like trying to make us pay for it. Our gas is like $6, in some places $7 a gallon. Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes. So, damn, I took the pictures down. I took the pictures down. I showed for a small bottle here of Lysol, Pine Sol. I showed it on your news channel, and it was $8.99. I was showing you the prices of 2 pieces of chicken, 11 something. The prices are going up and up and up and up and up. You know what I'm saying? And this really, what he said, they already have a pilot program, 30 cents a mile in California. But that's only like for like if you're on the freeway, they have those speed pass mileages. You pay that so you can get ahead of all the traffic, and you have to have that speed pass up in the window on the freeway. And if you don't have it, then you'll receive a giant ticket in the mail. So this is where they're charging people. They'll charge you like say it's high traffic and the two lanes that are open that's just going fast. If you want to get over in that lane, you have to have a speed pass, and it could cost you from $1.50 down to 50 cents. And you only get a certain amount of mileages off of that. After that, you have to get off the freeway and get back into the regular traffic. So
we were just in Salt Lake over last Wednesday and Thursday. And my kids were asking me, my wife was asking me, it was like, what does that mean? I was like, well, you see how it says 30 cents up there, 0.30? I'm like, yeah. I said, well, that's how much it costs you to drive to drive that fast on that piece of property or on that piece of the highway. They're like, no way. I was like, yeah. Some of them that I seen was like $1.98.
Yeah.
And depending on how congested the traffic is, the higher it gets.
Yep, exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Exactly. So when I hear people talk and say the California people, I'm going to be honest, it really pisses me off because I try to explain to people, don't put all of us in one pot because we do not agree with what's going on, okay? Right. So right now, Gavin Newsom is being sued because he has now placed into law that, let's say your wife and you just had a little boy. Right now, he's about, let's say, middle school age, right?
Okay.
And so your son name is Timothy. This is what you named him. So he passed a law here in California that because they're pushing that, transgender and binary stuff, ideation and all that good old stuff. So then your child, not really knowing that it's harmful, at school says, well, call me Bethany. So what they're saying is if your child says for 3 months, a long time ago, it was way too fast for me, drove that LA highway about 3 miles and pulled over. yeah.
I love and I love that. I love the fast driving. As soon as we hit 6 lanes in Salt Lake, I was like, yeah, baby.
Right. And so let's say what did I say your son name was again?
Timothy.
Timothy. And so at school he's telling everybody call him Bethany. And so what it is everybody is recognizing Timothy as Bethany all throughout the day. And guess what? He passed a law where you absolutely, as a teacher, cannot tell the parent that your child has changed their identity to recognize themselves as another gender's name. He passed that law, so now he is being sued. And I'm going to tell people, and it speaks to your channel. I'm trying to get people to understand one thing before I go further, is that on the Alphabet Community's flag, if you look at that flag, you notice there's the color brown. They're trying to hide it and disguise it. That is for pedophiles. So the pedophiles are hiding, huh?
I said, like, dude, I was pointing. Okay, so it was almost 2 years ago. I brought this up on my channel. You'd have to go back to the very beginning of my channel to find it. I think I don't even know if it's still on there, but I was saying the same thing, and people were literally saying, "G2K, you're nuts. You're fucking crazy." No,
right.
I'm telling you, dude. I was saying this exact same thing 2 years ago. Dude,
you're right.
And people were calling me crazy, dude.
You're not crazy. And so what happens is they are hiding up under the umbrella of the Alphabet Community. So here's the movement. And the reason why I'm glad we're talking is because I feel you've said everything I'm about to say, and I have never been on your channel. So this can be your confirmation.
And this is hang on just one second. And this is the first time that Together We Break and I have actually personally talked like this.
Right, exactly.
Just so everybody knows.
And so the thing is that the reason why, now catch me if I fall, okay?
I got you.
The reason why they are pushing so hard for children to transition to another sex is because now that you have given them that choice and authority, it will not be strange for an adult to interact with your child in a sexual manner. That's the plan.
Boom! Fucking dropping motherfucking atomic bombs. And I'm sorry, Together We Break. I got a potty mouth like you wouldn't believe. I'm trying to watch.
I know. It's okay. Me too.
On it. You know what I mean? Okay, well, good. Just so you know, we don't have those rules around here. We say pedophile. We say sexual assault. We don't hide from that shit. We say what it is. We call shit what it is around here. If we see a pile of shit, we don't call it a bushel of roses. You know what I mean?
I still respect your channel, though. Yeah, I still have to respect it. Yeah, so that's what it is. So don't be surprised when. And then he had a guy running for office out here, Gavin Newsom, and it took for a woman to figure it out to throw this guy out of office. Gavin Newsom was going to allow this man to be in office. He was trying to push the agenda that a 40-something-year-old man can be intimate with a 10-year-old kid. And when this lady find out, she said, hell no, get his ass up out of here. And they're doing everything that they can because they're sick, twisted, and demented. And I'm telling you now, if I had the power of Jesus Christ, so many of them sons of bitches would be walking around catching on fire. I mean, they will burn to dust. because the Bible tells you not to harm the children, and your sick, demented, twisted, demonic, evil ass is running around here trying to poke a child that does not understand what the hell life is, and you're trying to do this. And so when you finish using that kid up, if it becomes a law, you're going to run around screwing everybody's kids. You guys are sick. They're sick in their head, and they need to burn like straight on earth, not in hell. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I wish God would just like poof a pillar of salt as soon as they do something, or they think or look at a child in one of those types of ways. But let me get back to stupid Gavin Newsom. I think I like this lady. Thank you. Because I hate bullshit. I hate bullshit.
That's right. We're not about
Don't tell me something, then don't think I'm not gonna look it up. Because I told people, like, as soon as I saw that brown flag, that brown color, I started yelling to the moon. I had another channel, and I talked all about like CPS. I talked about children being assaulted and stuff like that. And then I started talking about how women are being snatched up every day off the streets, placed into sex trafficking, and people are looking in whole different states. Guess what? Why are you looking in other states when they can't afford to take your loved one out of state? Those people are being trafficked right in your own backyard.
They're right from right next door.
Start looking in your backyard, not the backyard as in the neighbor's backyard. I'm talking about within your city, within your community, within your state. Those people are being sold in your state. They're not taking them across the line the way people think they are. And this one lady, she said that she was caught up in trafficking for 15 years, and she was right in her own state, but nobody knew to look for her in her own state. So,
for real.
Come on, y'all.
Like when they consider human trafficking as an industry, that's a fucking problem.
CPS.
Over 56,000 children come up missing from CPS custody every single year and are never seen.
No. I'm about to tell you the new number. Okay,
you
ready? Hold on to your hat, baby. 800,000.
Oh my.
800,000 children are unaccounted for in CPS every freaking year, and they are children of color. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of history. CPS takes those children. They used to do background checks. Man, we can have a whole series on this. They used to do background checks, and now they don't do background checks anymore because there was a girl that came out. Yep. There's a girl that came out, and they put her in the home with a well-known pimp. And that pimp got that little girl and started prostituting that little girl.
Oh my God.
The father in one house was having intercourse with the little girl. The mother was too scared to speak up. But when the little girl told the social worker told her to be quiet. There was a video a few years back where this young girl kept running away, black girl in Texas. She kept running away, and CPS, her worker, put her in a hotel. And it's on the internet, put her in a hotel, and the CPS worker had no clue. The little girl was so smart, she got tired. She told her mom, this lady's trying to pimp me out, blah, blah, blah. So the mother, I guess, told her, record it. So the girl acted like she was playing with her phone. And the CPS worker was like, yo, you know what? You keep calling me, telling me you hungry, but I know a way that you can make a lot more money, me and you together. And the little girl like, what you mean? She said, you know, I can line you up with some tricks and da-da-da-da-da. This whole thing, it was on video. And the girl ended up posting it, sending it to the news in Texas. And the guy that was over CPS, when the girl was crying out, telling him about the worker's behavior, they did not believe the little girl, and they kept dismissing it. So when she put that video out, guess who comes showing up tap dancing at her door? Is the white man that would not listen to the little black girl. So now guess what? He lost his job. Because you had all that information prior. The mother was telling you, and anybody that little girl could reach out to was calling your office telling you, and now you don't lost your job for being lazy. and then trying to send some money to her as a way of paying her to shut up. No, you don't get it that easy.
Yeah. They should be
Corrupt
locked in. They
CPS.
should be locked away for the rest of their existence.
Oh, you saw that one, Mars? Yeah, you
I've
saw
seen
that
the,
one.
I've
That's
seen
good.
this. I've seen the same one.
Yeah, so Nancy Schaefer was married to a guy, and that's the reason why a lot of people don't go after CPS like this is because they were senators and they were making moves. And so because they got so close to the corruption in CPS, they end up terminating both of their lives, and they put out this story that they committed suicide, together. Now come on now. Don't And these were healthy, happy people. So all their friends are like, this is BS. They don't want you to mess with it because I believe it goes all the way up to the very tippy top. For instance, allegedly, we have to say allegedly, Biden's granddaughter's diary was stolen from her psychiatrist's office, and it detailed allegedly that Biden was showering and bathing with his own granddaughter. Allegedly, his wife didn't care because it wasn't her. So I have to say allegedly so we don't get in trouble.
Hey, you know what? We don't care. I'm not even kidding. But if that's what you want to do, I'm not going to discourage you from doing it. But I don't do it. Like, I really don't. I don't. I fight every single time they try to give me a strike. I just got my last one removed, and people exactly. I'm not. If everybody else wants to, that's fine. People know me. Like this community knows me very well. I say what I want. I say things like they are, because if you don't, you're taking away from the seriousness of what these things are, and that's what they want us to do. And
right,
I've gotten like 7 or 8 strikes now, and I've gotten them all taken down. I just beat my last strike like 3 days ago.
I understand that, but with me, it's
No, you're
like
good.
I say that because this is the story that is out. Until I actually see it for
Right.
myself, I have to say allegedly, even though the information is out there. Until I see it, I have written proof or I have a copy. I'm going to
It
say
ain't right.
allegedly because
Yep.
I don't have 100% proof that it is true. So
I get it.
allegedly means, hey, do the research, figure it out. If I'm correct, then you go ahead and put it up there and get them kudos. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
with him kissing and touching women inappropriately, which is factual, you can imagine, what are you doing hovering and telling little kids you want some ice cream? First of all, thank God I didn't know him because I'd have cussed him out right there on the
Oh, I
news.
would have socked him
Don't
in his face. I'd have punched him in his face.
I wouldn't have punched him. I would have been like, you know what? Y'all don't stop rolling this camera, and I would have had somebody run. I'd be like, you're a pervert. How
Yeah.
you got your sights set on a kid? Every time I see you as a president, you're touching kid. I would have went left field. They would have been like, oh, I'd have told him. I wouldn't even have to cuss at him. I would let him know, when you close your eyes for the last time, the devil gonna be waiting for you with a chariot of fire to take you
Oh
straight
yeah.
to hell. And
Oh yeah.
too. But let me get back to Governor Dingbat Newsom. So, Governor Newsom, there is truly, to me, I have no founded proof of it. This is my own observation. I have no medical background, but as a person that has a free will of thinking and saying what she feels, when you look at him, he sits there and he's like a male version of Kamala Harris, and he sits there and smiles at you with this dumbass smile. So Ron DeSantis, when he was debating Donald Trump, he made the comment that Gavin Newsom's father-in-law was living out here in California, and so he moved to Florida where there is more structure. And the father-in-law stated, according to whatever that man name is. Every time I think about him, I keep forgetting his name. What is his name again? Santos?
Yeah. Ron DeSantis.
The one that's Ron DeSantis. I think DeSantis. Every time, like I think about Ron DeSantis, when I see Gavin Newsom, I think about him saying that his father-in-law and I sat down and we had a conversation, and he was talking with Gavin Newsom. He obliterated Gavin Newsom on national TV. He said, your own father-in-law moved to my state and told me that you were a nut job and that you're tearing California up. And he left because he did not agree with your sick policies. You can look it up for yourself. And his father-in-law went to say that when you talk to this guy, he sits there and smiles like somebody turned the damn switch off, and he looks at you like a total damn dingbat. This man
Yeah.
is single-handedly destroying California. You have all these Latinos coming across the border, and he caters to them in the Asian community and a few other community. Um, he will fund them before he will his own American people. He
Well,
knows that they have day workers. How is it that you could be an illegal immigrant? You come to California and you have we don't know who the hell you are. You done made up a name and made up an identity, and you are able to buy a house. How the hell do you do that? They have programs for these Latinos and these foreigners. Like my friend was losing her house, and I went with them to go to San Diego so that they could refinance their house. Both of them together made over $200,000, and they only got 1 month behind, but they wanted that house so that they can give it to a Latino. They refused to give it to him. But you had all these people that had these funny looking cards, and they were giving them home loans at 5 and 10%. And Americans were getting high. And while we were walking through to leave, and she was sad, you hear Miss Lopez, Mr. Herrera, this, and that, and they couldn't speak no English, but they were getting loans for homes. How does that happen?
and we got veterans sleeping on the streets. We got kids
Yep.
sleeping on the streets. American
Yep.
citizens. Look, I'm not against anybody trying to come to America and make their life better for themselves. I'm not. I'm just fine with that. I'm not. I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. But I am not okay with people coming across the border and the first thing they do to become an American citizen is break the fucking law. If you want to come to America, do it legally. I don't care if
Well,
there's a
there's
10-year
not.
waiting list, like for real. So I'm not against that kind of shit. But like for real, like this is ridiculous. I can barely get by with what I'm doing, and have lived here my whole life. Like what? And they can go get home. I can't even get a loan to go get a mobile
Right.
home. I can't even become trader trash. You know what I mean? Like I can't even go buy me a trader in a trader park. You know what I mean? I can't. I can't get a loan for that
Right,
kind of shit. If
right.
they're giving loans for $100,000, they don't even know who they are. Come on, man. Come on, man. What is
That's what I'm
wrong?
saying. And so check this out. You remember the real estate company called Countrywide, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what happened. I had a friend that worked at Countrywide. And Countrywide, what happened was all the black people that were calling in to ask for help refinancing and all that stuff, they were denying majority of the black people that ran into a financial problem. And she said that she was just sitting there because she's like a reader. She will sit there and she will read for hours and hours and hours and hours. She said that she was reading all these cases of all these Latino people, and then she challenged her boss, like, we don't even know who these people really are. Where did this and where does that and all this? And then she got reprimanded for questioning, the supervisor. So she was telling me that Countrywide, the reason why Countrywide went under is because they were giving all these Latino people home loans. The people would get the homes and they will stay in the homes until they would get a certain amount of equity. Once they got that certain amount of equity, they cashed out and they bounced out. But when they bounced out, when Countrywide came in, to put the people out of the homes, I forgot what you call it. They
Squatting?
stole. No, it wasn't squatting. It was like you evict them from,
Oh,
like,
eviction. Yeah.
Yeah, like from their homes with the sheriffs and stuff. So when they came in, all the fixtures, you know what comes with the house, the toilets, the
Yep.
wiring, the pipes,
All
and all of
gone.
that good stuff.
All gutted.
They took the cabinets, the sinks, the tubs, you name it. Sorry, my dogs are tripping. They took
Right.
everything. When they got to that house, it was bare bone homes.
They did
And
that to my
they
sisters. They did that to my sister's home, dude.
no. I'm saying this is what the people did when they were leaving and they went elsewhere. And they can go under another alias and get another house and continue to do this. So this is the stuff that we are dealing with in California. They're not vetting these people the appropriate ways so that we don't keep having financial crashes. My dogs are going crazy. I'm so sorry.
It's
But
all
to
right. They're
sum up
chihuahuas.
Gavin
It's a chihuahua,
Newsom,
right? You got chihuahua?
yeah, to sum up Gavin Newsom, he is the worst thing that has ever come to California. And I'm tired of people saying, well, California people this and no, it's like you're surrounded by the people that protect you when we fight back against like certain policies that we don't like that he's putting out.
Right.
His team of people will block us. It's more Republicans in California than you know, but because of that group of Democrats that have the most power, they keep us suppressed, so we can't speak out, we can't fight back. And when we fight back, they suppress us even more. So this is why they're trying to keep this a blue state. But we should not have this as a blue state. It should be able to turn red, blue whenever the people vote. There are far more Republicans here than Democrats because everybody has seen how these Democrat states are run. Now, with under Gavin Newsom, we have a district attorney. His name is Gascon. Gascon is the worst person. We tried to get him out of office. Same thing they did with Newsom. They made sure that he wasn't able to. We had like the California mayors, I forgot, but it was all over the news how they were calling black people monkeys and saying that they were locking black people out of expanding in businesses so that we wouldn't have business opportunities. Now the one dude, De Leon, my thing is this: why is he still working? Because based on what he did and caught on video and audio, he should have been terminated, and they didn't terminate him. Like he said he wasn't leaving his job. And I'm like, how is it that you can still keep a person in their job? If it was a black person, they would have been fired, and they would have had the police called on them, and they would no longer be working. So I'm trying to understand, what example are you setting for people? You know what I'm saying? And with them using that hate speech, it causes division between blacks and Latinos. And the Latinos come, and the first thing they want to do is they want to fight with black people. When they move into our neighborhoods, we don't bother them at all. But we slowly move out as more of them come because they start causing trouble as they get the numbers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
more when their numbers grow, they start picking at black families. There was an old lady that lived in this place called Glassell Park many years, and the Latinos moved in, and a lot of the black people moved away because they didn't like what was going on. But she was there for years. She bought that home, and she had every right to be there. They firebombed her house, the Latinos, because they wanted her out of what they say their neighborhood, which you don't own anything here. Mexico wasn't born until the 1800s. So come on now, let's keep life real. Let's keep life real. It's so much stuff that they hide. And that's why you have like the Bruce Beach out here. Black people are finding out that their family was here way before Latinos, and their property has been stolen. So now black people are reclaiming their land. Someone else found out that their property was stolen from their ancestors that were not as educated and got bullied out of the property. Now people are claiming their land back. If they're not going to give them financial reparations, the black people are like, okay, guess what? We'll take our land back. And now they have all these multi-million-dollar businesses built on these properties, and they're finding documentations that these places are built on these lands. So guess what? Now you got to really pay me because you're on my land that you stole from my ancestor, which rightfully belongs to my family. So it's a lot going on out here. The crime rate, out of this world, out of this world. There are robberies every day from different stores, home invasions. People can't walk down the street without getting robbed, and they're soft on crime. Oh, I'll give you a citation and come back. No, what about you rob somebody, cut that damn hand off? And I guarantee you start cutting these hands off, people will stop robbing.
So which one of these guys are Jack Newsom or Jack Newsom?
Gavin Newsom is the governor. What's Gascon is the district attorney. That's
No,
the
what picture? What picture? Which one is he in the picture?
hold on. Go up. Right there underneath the guy on number 4. Go down to the second line next to the woman. That's the idiot right there.
This guy.
That's the idiot. Yep.
He looks like he's an idiot.
Gavin
Like I said,
Newsom.
like I said, Ben
If you-
Affleck and what did I say? Anyway.
If you sat there and tried to talk to him, he'll sit there and smile and try to. He's very condescending. I can't stand it.
Not one of these faces say to me, good person, decent person. Not
No,
one of them
not
say,
to
I
me
have
either.
good plans for America. Not one of these
No.
people. I guarantee
Gavin
you,
Newsom.
I guarantee you, not one of them has ever spoke about pedophilia, wanting to change it, get the laws changed. None of them talk that kind of shit.
But look, check this out. Gavin Newsom, he passed a bill in Los Angeles, California. All like McDonald's workers in that industry gets $20 an hour. He has businesses and restaurants. He's making other people pay 20 while he's paying his workers 16. So now that people are paying $20 an hour for their workers, they got to cut back on people working, so they're not really making money like they used to. But now we went to go get some value meals, a couple of value meals. They were expensive. We went to Popeyes and I tried to order a 16 piece with like the red beans and rice and a biscuit. They wanted almost $60 for that. I said, you can keep that.
Oh yeah, it's getting ridiculous. Like I don't live in a very populated town. I mean, there's like 68,000, 70,000 people in the city I live in, and we're paying $4 for a gallon of gas. Now people are like, well, that's not much, but when you live where I do, that's like paying, that's a lot, man. I still know people who work jobs at McDonald's that make minimum wage here, people, like for real. My son's one of them, you know what I mean? My son was just one of them, you know what I mean? So like minimum wage, like I don't even know what minimum wage is, $7.25, something like that.
Not out here. It's $20 an hour now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
And it doesn't make a difference because a lot of restaurants have closed down. Like we had the 99-cent store. They went out of business out here. A lot of stores are leaving. Elon Musk doesn't like Gavin Newsom because he passed that bill. What I was telling you about your child changing his name in school. Right. He's moving all his businesses up out of California because he does not like Gavin. Yep. Gavin Newsom.
That's who he talked about then. Okay. Now it makes sense to me. I can see why. Yeah, my wife's like, she's like, no, we talked about this. She's like, we heard this story. I don't remember all this stuff, but now I remember. I do remember that.
Yeah, he's a total nutcase. And then he's hiring people under him that's just as ding-baddish as him. So we're like, we need to get, like when Arnold Schwarzenegger was our governor, we didn't have none of this. You did something, you going to jail, and you're going to serve your time. He was good.
For real. Like, that's why people are like, well, how come these pedophiles keep on reviolating? Well, it's because you keep on letting the son of the bitches out.
You know what? I'm about to make you laugh. If you vote for me and I become president, I guarantee every child that if they get molested by a person, I will chop their winky dinky doodle off and get rid of it. Throw it in the ocean. Let the sharks have it. Who cares? It's still meat. But you won't have it to use no more. Since you don't know how to use it appropriately, we'll take care of the problem for you.
I just say I just say execute him. I'm sorry, I do. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay, you can execute them too. Do either
Like for
or.
real. Like when these detectives walk into a home and they go into this happily married couple, pretty popular couple around the city, well known, and they go into their basement and they go into their sex torture dungeon and they've got 300 VHS cassette tapes with 6
Oh
hours
yeah, get rid of them. Get rid of them.
and laptops full of material. They were kidnapping kids off the street, telling them, "Hey, we'll give you a place to sleep and eat," and then do whatever they wanted. They'd shoot them up, get them so high with drugs they couldn't function, and then go drop them off somewhere and leave them there. Like they were finding bodies just laying here and there around my city, and that's not normal. You know what I mean? And that happened right here in my hometown. That says guilty. That says guilty. When you decided to do that to a child, you lost all your rights at being a human being.
Yeah, I'll give them a couple of days to live. If they don't say I'm sorry, if they don't apologize with a heartfelt I'm sorry, you got 1 day to live. If you say you're sorry, I'll give you a half an hour.
Well, you're much more compassionate than I, because not one of them would ever be able to compassionately say that they were sorry for what they did. Because if they would, they wouldn't have 300 tapes of them doing what they did. So
with that, no, you just gotta go. You got time to go.
Right there in your sex dungeon, like you're getting shot right in the forehead. I am the judge, the jury, the executioner. Bang. 40. I call them 49-cent cases. Why? Because that's about how much.
No, I'm not gonna shoot them in their dungeon because somebody might want to buy that house, and I don't want that because you could throw away all that bullshit, repaint, clean the house, get somebody come in and pray them spirits out. But I would take them to a firing range and blow them away.
Oh, there you go. But see, I'm saying that's still investing too much money in them. Like that's how.
No, because what you do is you know how you put them there. There's like right there. They're standing there. They have nothing but a little bit of standing room. Once you pop them, they fall into a hole that's already dug for them and then throw a pile of dirt on them. How much is that? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. It don't cost you nothing. Just, okay, if you slip and fall, then you
had to take them from their home and get them in the back of your car and drive clear across town. That's costing me. That's costing.
Guess it's worth it. It's worth it. The reason why I say is worth it.
As Opa says, she says, put them on a desert island and say, there you go.
Nope.
Fend for yourself.
I say, I'll spend the gas money to take them because they know exactly where they're going. And they know that once we reach that destination, it's lights out. So the terror and the torture and the fear that they're going to feel on the way to their last breath, it's worth it because you didn't think about that child. So I want you to be terrified when you go.
Oh yeah, I get it.
You know exactly where I'm not giving you the easy way out where I just pop you and you don't feel nothing. No, I want you to feel every bit of fear. I want your blood pressure to rise. I want your heart to bust out.
But see, like I'm looking at it like this. If the laws were changed to match that crime to that penalty, trust me, as soon as them feds kick in that door, they know that they're about to die because that's the law. You know what I mean? If that was the law already, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that fear of everything is just right. They know it. They know that what they're about to get busted for. Yeah, boom. Yeah, for real.
That's the torture that I want them to go through. And I want them to be like, oh my God, I ruined my life doing some dumps. I want them to have every possible thought that they ever needed to have as to why I'm about to get knocked off. I don't want them, you just go see them kick their door in and pow. That's it. No, let you marinate in your fear. Let me let you marinate in your terror before I pop you off. So I don't want you going with a comfort and an ease. No, you don't get a chance. Now, if you want to fake pray before I pop you, you do that. But still, you're gone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna wake you up. I'm gonna wake you up just so you know that you're about to get your brains blown out. Faint all you want to. I'll just wake you up and we'll do it again until you stay coherent.
No, I give you what's that? I'll give you a shot of adrenaline so you can stay up. You won't be fainting on me.
Oh yeah, for real. Like, we're gonna get woke right the back fuck up and we're gonna do this again, buddy. Hey, I'm
That's
down.
what I'm saying.
I'm down.
No
for real.
time for bull crap.
Nope.
Adrenaline shot. Guess what? You ain't fainting. Adrenaline shot. You up. You know what's about to happen. Let's get go. 1, 2, 3. Pow, 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 pow.
For real. And
No,
no,
you didn't have no feelings for what you did to them children. So
Nope.
guess what? I had no feeling. What the Bible said, an eye for an eye.
And then you just go dump their fucking bodies in the fucking area that's just there for
No,
pedophiles, you
no.
know, and let them rot.
Just a big old giant hole and dump him in there. For the one that slips and fall, just throw a pile of dirt on his ass. He'll suffocate.
There you go.
You ain't gonna be able to climb out of that because that's gonna be deep. And I'm gonna make sure all the dirt I can goes on top of you. Yeah, we're gonna do you like that. Bury you alive.
Forgotten about for the rest of existence. Never to be thought of again, dude. For real.
And look, every criminal, they will be going to that same site. They're gonna be like, oh my God, that's where they bury all the, the people. Yep, you on your way there.
Yep.
Yeah, deep hole.
That's gonna be you for the rest of eternity, bro.
Yep.
Like I don't care about them. What they have to go through and what they deal with, I don't care. Dude.
Right. Tell your wife thank you so much for allowing me to talk to you. I am going to let you know when I can
all right.
interview you. Right now I'm writing a movie, so I know. We're talking about something really cool, and I wanted to give my little input. But yeah, Gavin Newsom is a total idiot. He got 3 more years to tear and destroy California. I pray that we get him out before then. But other than that, you guys have a blessed and amazing day.
You too.
You too.
All right. Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was interesting.
Well, that was interesting. Definitely learned a lot about who they want to have as a running mate. Definitely like to learn some more about her myself.
Yeah.
Seems like a decent person. Head on her shoulders for the most part, anyway.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to follow suit, ladies and gentlemen. Myself, I'm going to bounce on up out of here. Opa, it's always a pleasure to see you here. Just know that. Martin Rowe, have a good sleep, my friend. Mars House, our offer still stands. Know that we mean it. For real. For real. Opa must have a chihuahua. Yep. Sunshine, thank you for being here and stopping by, saying hi. That's what we try to do here is we just try to be truthful about whatever it is we're talking about. Whether that truth turns out to be wrong at the end, it's still truth when we say it. If that makes sense to anybody. Blistering Barnacle stopped by, showing off his new G2K Ninja badge. That's bad as hell. Hell yeah, my friend. Thank you as always. Whoever this guy is, whoever this fucking guy is right here. Yeah. Maybe go sign up, subscribe to his channel. Maybe hit the dislike. I hear he doesn't care which one you hit. Just hit one of the two of them if you would. Is what he says. I'm just saying that for a friend. And I'm going to finish this off just like this. Whoever I missed, I'm sorry. Don't take it personally. I never mean it personal until it gets taken personal. If that makes sense. I'm going to leave with this tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I might be back later on. I don't know. I'm just going to go to work for a while, I think. I don't know. There is a new member of the G2K community whom there are other members of the G2K community whom we've all not been able to see eye to eye with since a while back. But we all change. We all go through our thing. But we have a new member here. This is Mars House. We appreciate you being here. We're going to throw up a G2K Black and Blue Hearts, showing our love. Those of you who know, she lost her son last year. She's going through some shit. Everybody's welcome, always, forever. That's for sure. Well, except for 3 people. But I just have to make that clear to everybody. We're gonna leave it here from G2K. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying right here. 2 favors, everybody. 2 favors. 2 favors. You're right, Opa. You're right, Opa. Opa says, "Thank you for a wonderful conversation. It was very informative." Um, it was great to hear. It was great to hear people speak. More people need to speak the truth and facts. I agree. Opa says, blessings to everyone. Stay safe and share love to everyone. Thank you. So anyway, Mars House, just know that anyone in this community, as long as they got a page, a channel, if you need to talk to somebody, you can always reach out to one of us here. I'm sure they wouldn't mind if you hit them up on their pages, their channels, whatever you want to call it. But just know at the times when you're feeling down, and this goes out to anybody for real, okay? Anytime you're feeling down, just look around and you'll know the people that are there to help build you up. I'll always have my hand out to everybody, and I'll have my hand out to people in the future. I'm sure we all do. So, number one favor, I'm going to change it up a little bit. Number one favor, most important favor, let's say that. Most important favor, try to love one another right now because we might not get a chance tomorrow. And biggest favor for me, tell your friends about me because you're going to want to know, get to know. Stay good, everybody.